You got challenges that you're going to run across.
After the fight, the fight didn't last long at all. I'm out there, I'm hoarse, just from cheering them and
Right.
rooting them on and different things of
Right.
that nature. And we in the back, we in the locker room, and we just talking about what seafood restaurant that we was going to eat at, because we both love seafood. You know what I'm saying? And I had this club, this VIP section club booked out at this at this spot in Charleston. So we was gonna go eat, go hit the club. And long story short, he just closed his eyes, fell over in my lap, and passed away. And
Wow.
It was no autopsy reports done, toxicology reports done. There was no explanation as to, why he passed away. And, at 30 years old, his death certificate reads natural causes.
Wow. Just out the blue, after the fight, he had won the fight. Y'all were in the locker room talking, and he just passed in your arms.
Yep.
Wow. So go ahead.
And for me, it didn't, obviously it didn't sit well because of our relationship. And it was just me and my uncle at the time. Me and my uncle went to the fight together. But it was, it was a mystery. It didn't sit well because it didn't give me no closure, and up until that point, like, I had lost, 18 friends, families, or associates to gun violence, so I was used to, the experience of death or losing somebody, etc. You know what I'm saying? So, but the manner that he, that he left, it really messed me up, because it was like, damn, like, what happened, and just thinking back on all the things that, we've endured during our lives, you know what I'm saying? I was 29 at the time, you 30 years old. It really, it really bothered me for some years. I mean, hell, we're going on, almost 12 years now, and I'm in 11 years next month. I'm in counseling and therapy, to this day, to still deal with, things that I went through in my past as a child, and, my formative years and early adulthood.
Wow. So we talked about that, and I remember seeing that in the in your Instagram page, and I was thinking, it had something to do with, some kind of legal activity or something. Somebody might have got shot or something. And when you told me that, I'm like, wow, y'all made it through the whole battle. Y'all went through all this bullets flying and all kind of stuff, and then that just happened, out of the blue. Now, had you started trading then, or you hadn't even?
I started trading as soon as I got out of college. So I was already trading. I was already managing money. I had already found my groove in the markets, and I was already educating people on the markets at the time as well.
So how did you come across trading? What made you, look at that as something that you feel like you could be successful in?
Man, honestly, growing up, my dad used to have a Wall Street Journal and, different trading magazines and different things of that nature. He never actually traded, for a number of reasons. He didn't have the resources, the capital, and, he probably had some other things going on, individually, that kept him from actually executing. But I always like to read, like, even to this day, like, I don't watch television. Like, I love to read. Like, I read every single day. So I would go down and take his magazines and papers, and, I would just read about the market and different things. And I was just kind of infatuated. I became infatuated and obsessed with, by the ability to make money by just being able to figure out how these companies move, how these stocks move, how these commodities move. And then, on top of that, on the weekends, spending time with my grandma, every Saturday, we knew that we was going to the laundromat to go wash the clothes, and then we was going to garage sales. So there's one particular Saturday I had my 50 cent. We going to this garage sale in this wealthy white neighborhood. and it was this board game. I think the board game was created like in the 70s or something called a stock market game. And I ended up buying the game, spending my 50 cents. I remember the guy, he wanted $2 for the game, but all I had was 50 cents.
Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.